Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Paul Thompson with the Cycles of Development Educational Process. And we're here today to talk to you about Step 2 of the 7 steps of the Cycles of Development Education. Sincerity of effort. Now, sincerity of effort comes after soul searching. Soul searching is step 1 because before you can really have a sincerity of effort, you must be crystal clear what price you're willing to pay, what your goals are, and what you're going to put out to make it happen. Because what you're going to put out is going to be very important to establish your sincerity of effort, which then leads to our third step, your level of commitment. And so when we talk about a sincerity of effort, what is a sincerity of effort? A sincerity of effort is when you are focused on identifying the best resources and the best tools possible to accomplish your intended goal. And what we find oftentimes with people who have not soul searched is they are operating oftentimes out of an insincerity of effort. What is an insincerity of effort? In an insincerity of effort is when you take an approach to obtaining your goals and you're not using the most effective tools in which to accomplish the objective or the goal. And so this happens quite often when you are not in tune with your true self. The more that you are in tune with your true self will naturally grow to a maturity to understand how to always use what is best. Let me give you an example that I often use in seminars. If you saw someone digging in the ground with a spoon and fork, and I mean they had to dig a 6-foot hole in an hour, and they told you, look, don't disturb me right now, Jim, because I got to get this hole dug in an hour. I got 1 hour to dig this 6-foot hole, and they have a spoon and a fork, and I mean they're just digging fervently, and you see dirt flying everywhere. And you observed him going to this particular spot, and you saw him pass a hoe, a shovel, and a pick. Now, if you saw this and witnessed this, no matter how sincere that person appeared to be or looked to you, you would say, this person ain't serious in digging that hole within an hour because you just saw them pass a hoe, a shovel, and a pick, in which you know that to dig a hole of 6 feet in an hour, it would make sense to use those type of tools. But yet you see this person in the ground digging with a spoon and fork, and dirt is flying everywhere as he is moving very quickly digging in the ground, but you would never take him sincere because you know he's not using the most effective tools. Now, I have a 30-year background in marketing, personal development, coaching. And what I have to say to you all honestly is, in 30 years of watching people in marketing, I realized that most people will not use the most effective tools to accomplish their goals. And I believe with everything that's in me that it's because of an immaturity of development. Now, of course, we don't want to admit when we are not on focus or on point or we're immature in our development, but it's almost commonplace now that people are not developing maturely. And so what we're here to do is to assist you with the Cycles of Development educational process to begin to understand how to access your resources of maturity by tapping into what you already have inside of you. We help to facilitate a process for your greatness. And so your greatness can only manifest with 1, your permission, 2, with your qualifications, and 3, with you willing to take action. And everything else will be history. And so what we are here to do with a sincerity of effort is to help you begin to understand it is a great resource and power that lives in you once you become sincere. That is a qualifier. Once you become sincere, you're qualifying yourself for greatness. You're becoming personally accountable that you can begin to do the things that you see the gurus are doing or the greats are doing. And see, a lot of times, I've taught this information for years in many marketing groups, and they say, well, what does that got to do with this product and what we're doing? Everything. That's all. It just has everything to do with it. And let me tell you why. Over the years, I've heard so many people say, well, you know, that's good in what you're talking about, but we don't need that because we're marketing. Hey, look here. If you talk to any guru out there who has become a millionaire and has understood this information because they spent $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 and up in personal development, because they know that it's all up to what their mental state is and their mindset that's going to be able to help them to use the proper tool set to give them the skill set that is necessary to become successful. Ain't that something? So you got to understand, it's all relative. There's nothing departmentalized where you can say, I can go out here and become successful in marketing and I don't need personal development. I used to have a business partner that told me after 14 years, I didn't think that stuff was real. I didn't think I needed that stuff. But all of a sudden, he finally tuned in for a minute. And he heard some gurus say to him something that triggered something in his mind. And he said, oh my God, this stuff is real. We really need this stuff. And he came to me and he shared that with me. And it took 14 years before he arrived. Is it going to take you 14 years? We'll see you in the next video.